And aloha and welcome to today's episode of the Hidden Archives, a Mystimon Saga tale. Yes, a Mystimon Saga tale of horror and mystery, powered by Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Thank you, Paizo. If you would like to learn more about Mystimon Saga, please visit the link in the description below. First off, I would like to give a shout out to Sirenscape and thank them for the sounds and music that we are using today. Not a sponsor, we just like their product. I am joined today by our players, Friendbot and Cybercat, who are playing. What character are you running today, Friendbot? Yes. We'll see about that. Yeah, so this character's name is Corbineld Fenk, which is already going to give me an aneurysm just with the name. And Cyber is of Cyber is of course playing Frederick Flintstone. So so Gorbadeld will bring you in shortly. Yeah, please. Actually, please play Matameo in the intro, and I am going to roll a die real quick. Yes. So, Frederick, the time is 3 a.m. On the morning of the 20th of Coryphus, and you awaken to a tall black figure standing over your bed, staring down at you. You cannot move a single part of your body. You are paralyzed. The figure begins swinging at you wildly. Please make me a will save. You can't. You're paralyzed. You're paralyzed. Please. Yes. So your will save is good. Yeah, you're and that 20. You fend this off as this figure wails as this figure wails away at you. The figure then disappears after a while, and over time you drift off back to sleep. In the morning at 11 a.m., so I'm going to move that up to 11:45 a.m. I'm going to unpause. Yeah. So in the morning at about 11:45, as you're enjoying your morning, doing whatever the heck it is you were doing, you're contacted. You're contacted by Crystal. She has an urgent case for you, and requests that you join her in her office at the tower as soon as possible. That's fine. There's a teleporter pad at the ranch. You remember that? It's been at the ranch for a while. Yep. She actually rebuilt the teleporter pad after it was set up for the tribunal and where in their original headquarters way back when, but she accidentally blew it up, and there's a whole story on that. Uh, Long story short, she over time managed to rebuild it and set one up at the ranch for you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I don't think your audio is actually coming through on OBS for some reason. Let me see if I can fix this. Maybe it's that? Try again. It's still not bringing it up. Device not connected. Are you stupid idiot? Try again. No. Try again. Try now. No. What the freak is going on here?
Euler. 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 Euler.
Okay, it sounds like it looks like it's now coming up. I don't know what the hell happened. Sorry, guys,
I don't know either.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. OBS likes to reset my settings sometimes. I don't know why. OBS is stupid.
Do we need to
It's
take
not
it from the top?
OBS, but it's the rock inside of your fancy painted box with tubes.
Anyways.
And
Seth, do we need to take it from the top, or we good to keep pretending that?
So we'll just move on. Pretend that did happen. So you could continue on with what you. We're doing.
Quickly, we need to find out what Crystal needs on the off chance that it's related to the spooky immortal woman who's running everything behind the scenes.
Well, she didn't seem very convinced when we confronted her about this information. She's like, "Oh, well, this person's my friend, therefore I have to give them the benefit of the doubt." Well, we have a person who's from literally a different time here as evidence, and you seem to deny that. I'm beginning to really question Crystal's leadership skills. I just want to put that out there. Like, surely there's probably something sort of a little bit more qualified to lead an organization that is literally designed to prevent the end of the world. Of which, like, well, what am I up to now? Like, what, half a dozen? Over a dozen into the worlds by now. They all seem to blur together after a while.
I can imagine.
I hate teleporting. He kind of stomps up to the teleporter and kicks a cat when off the teleporter. Damn cats everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried just getting along with them?
Never.
Him get along with cats. That's funny.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping for like a brief flashback episode, but
Well, yeah, Matameo like thinks back to his time as a young boy, newly born in his brood. The various tunnel cats, always a terrible scourge upon the warrens of Eastmere, and he's like, never.
Eastmere? Huh?
Isn't that Eastmere? That's the rat folk people.
No.
Oh, who are they?
Izamir.
Eastmere, yeah.
Okay.
Never.
So,
Peace is never an option with cats.
when you arrive, you find Crystal looking over some papers as Magvor is sitting up on its perch, eating some birdseed.
Oh, it's just a bird?
Yeah, Magvor is a small robin type Mystimon. She looks up at you and says, "Good timing. I'm sorry to have to call you in like this, but this is a matter of great urgency." She
So
says,
we've decided to move against the horrific heretic witch who has infiltrated our ranks. Excellent. Tell us where to strike.
No. There's something else. She motions for you to she motions for you to take a seat and hands you a case file. Woman's name is Barbara Winfred. She reports that every night for the past couple of weeks she's been awakening at around 3 a.m. paralyzed and sees a tall, dark, shadowy figure hovering over her.
Matsuo takes the case file and it starts pacing with it. Like, he doesn't sit down, he just reads it, pacing.
And then it moves over to her baby's crib. She can't move. She can only watch as the figure is hovering over her infant. She has no idea what this entity wants, but she is terrified for her children. With kids involved, I would think that raises the urgency of this matter to the extreme.
It's worrisome, but this is the B team job at best, isn't it?
I don't want to take any chances.
You don't realize, Matameo, she's saying she needs her best, and we're here. It's a compliment.
Matameo's like, I'm just saying, we seem to have, we uncovered the scandal of a lifetime, and we are now investigating night terrors. It could very well just be night terrors. I don't understand. We'll do it. It's just, I think that there's more things of higher priority. So that's all I'm saying.
I understand, but I still think we need a little more evidence before we can instantly just accuse the woman. She's a benefactor for the Wayfinder Society, after all. We need a little more evidence.
Then set us out on an investigation to get that evidence. I don't. Again, night terrors, world-shaking erosion of the firmament of our society. And he kind of just like the weighing hands.
I'm starting to learn that this companion of mine doesn't quite understand the finer details of diplomacy. You can't just send. You can't just be part of a group and spend resources to try and foil one of the benefactors. It's gonna have to be our own thing, probably.
Ah, I see what you mean. Don't go after whatever her name was. Wink, wink. Ah, clever. Very clever. Yes, yes. We'll take this case. And he does like a wink. And,
Crystal just looks at you, Frederick, and shrugs.
Well, you don't turn down help, especially the greatest investigator ever.
I suppose. Do you have any questions about the case at hand?
and so Matsuya's gonna like, we're just gonna scroll down. It's like, so the being, she was awake. She thinks that she was awake. Yes.
She's pretty sure.
Pretty sure isn't sure. I mean,
She's
dream
certain.
states are always pretty sure that you're awake. You can also be certain that you're awake and not actually be awake.
Frederick, do you mention at all what happened to you the previous night?
Nah.
The mentor goes on. I swear to God, if I have to go now, I have to go dreamscape hopping. I'm going to be pissed. Nothing but a bunch of bullshit in your dreams.
Don't have him meet Darkwar then.
So, do we need to contract the services of an Oniromancer, or do we think this is a corporeal or incorporeal entity that has the ability to influence? He's bored with this. This is just boring.
How about you go on the assumption that it is some kind of dark entity?
Oh, yeah. Last week. Okay. Because, like, from Matania's perspective, he's just been hit, like, he has the investigation of a lifetime, and now he's being told to do a fetch, like, to babysit somebody. He's like, this is stupid. So, yeah, Matania's like, okay, well, the childling, how old is it?
The child, she has a 7-month-old infant, and she also has a 6-year-old daughter.
Daughter experiencing no sightings of this creature or incorporeal dream entity.
There is some other things that's going on with her daughter that her daughter's experienced Her daughter's experienced her dolls moving on their own. She's experienced something breathing in her ear.
Oh, poltergeist. Lovely. Has any direct harm come to anybody in this household?
Not yet.
Does the household sit upon any massacre sites, burial grounds?
Not
Magic.
as far as she knows, but she says that it started happening after she visited an old bridge and a cemetery in town. You can talk to her about for more information on those things. I'm not too familiar with this area. This area is a small town in Atlantia called Cascadia.
Other character. So we're going to Maine. Great. And then, well, I guess we're going to get in the airship and investigate this case. And winks at Crystal.
You know, Matt Tomeo, you seem awfully bored on this particular one. Did you want to take care of your own things and I'll go take a look?
My dear Frederick, no, we are, of course, are going to take this case with the utmost urgency.
All right. Then if you're coming with, we can get going whenever you're ready.
Yes, let us go to the airship post haste. Ah. And then, as we go out the road, so I'm going to need you to drop me off at this location here. Frankly, this is all bullshit, and I don't give. Like, we've been handed the case of a lifetime, and we're being told to go after a poltergeist. This is ludicrous.
I mean,
Again,
sometimes
as I said,
you don't.
This
you,
is
you,
B team stuff. Like, I mean, I don't. I'm going to hunt down leads on Miss
Torwind.
Moffat with Miss Torwind, and also all the other immortals. See what they're up to, because clearly all this is connected with that curse.
Okay.
Perhaps if we can break the
So
curse.
before you leave, Crystal introduces you to someone who's been hiding in the back part of her office for a little bit of time now.
When you say hiding, he wasn't actually hiding. He was in a chair, slumped over, snoring and drooling. He has a flask in one hand and a cigar in the other. And it's just like.
By the way, why is he only level 8?
He's supposed to be level 9?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh! Either way. So yeah, Gorbadol Flank is just snoring. Yeah. Well, damn, Crystal, you didn't tell me we had company.
You didn't hear us talking for the last 15 minutes?
Takes a deep, long swig out of his flask, which is a magic item that never actually empties.
What
a
use
25
for
gold
magic?
for it.
A
And then
bottomless beer bottle.
Yeah, he looks at a cigar, which is still kind of smoldering, and takes out a clockwork like a lighter, and and like it flicks it a couple times. It doesn't really light that well, so he basically twists on one of his beard hairs, which then like ignites into flame, and then which sets basically his entire beard aflame of like and glow. And lights the cigar, and then he goes, and then he puts it out on something that cigar should not be put out on, and hoists himself up, and kind of stretches out his back there, and is like, yeah. He looks at Frederick with eyes that are like literally burning with intensity. He's like, "Wayfinders, huh?"
That's the name I was given.
Huh.
And you are?
Slaps the table, walks over to you. He's a human with like very unnaturally red hair that looks like it's perpetually aflame, and he's kind of wearing this suit of armor that has like the seams of it glow like sort of an unearthly red, like orange burnt glow, and with like a very large plate over the heart that he basically as he's walking up to you, he kind of opens the plate over the heart, and like this gout of flame erupts out of it. Like, oh, yeah, I gotta take care of that later. Gorbadal Think at your service. Ha ha! We're gonna be working together, boyo.
You can call me Rick, and I extend my hand.
Alrighty, Nick. Yeah, we're gonna have a good old time. Now.
Rick.
You'll have to get used to Mr. Fink here. He is a bit
Dr. Fink.
Or Dr.
Crystal.
Fink, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
He's
kinda,
a bit
shakes a lot of earwax
eccentric.
out of one of his ears.
He's a bit eccentric.
And sniffs it and then flicks it away.
Moderately. Not a bit. Moderately.
Listen, my pappy always said you never do anything half cocked. You always go full cocked, which may be explained why he was strung up on the gibbets and had his penis cut off, because that man was full cocked a lot.
Okay. Crystal says, okay, I did not hear that.
What's that? You got something wrong with your hearing? I mean, I could say it again. Yeah, my pappy, see, he was a fellow who liked to have the breeze between his teeth.
Hear it again.
The church bells like to swing, so to speak. Well, looks like we're going to ghost hunting. I have been ghost hunting quite some time. They keep me in the archives, you see. Yeah, and I'm been itching to get some more field experience.
Yeah, I can see why. Anyways, so
looking over items in Pathfinder, just found out you can actually just have a cat, and it's an item.
Yes.
Oh my gods.
And it costs 3 copper. Anyway.
I'm surprised Bifrost never found that.
It's part of the travel guide.
Oh dear. That came out some months ago, I think.
Sorry, I don't mean to derail our
No
session.
problem. No problem. So, Are you guys ready to head out to Cascadia?
Yeah. I assume,
More or less am ready.
So,
Yeah, my inventory is okay enough.
whatever character Jackie's running today, I'll just say they're in the airship. They tag along.
I now have, with my base AC is now 30.
Oh dear gods.
I am more of a tank than our tank.
Oh boy.
Hey, I absorb the damage and am the tank. It's fine.
So, Kawaii
Different
and
kinds of tank.
Kawaii and Ira decide to tag along. And upon your way to Atlantia, Ira mentions, so we're going to Atlantia again. You know, it's kind of curious how there seems to have been a flurry of cases and reports in that region in the past year. I think I remember that Bifrost was working on a map where he pinned the locations of reports and cases over the past year, and there was a huge cluster right there around central Atlantia where we seem to be going now.
Well, it seems to me that we've got a locus of activity. Therefore, we should try to find the common denominator between all of them. This, well, I mean, I read all the reports of this hatted fella. Do we have any sightings of this fella around here?
I'm not sure. I just know there's been a lot of unusual reports in that region.
Well, if that's the case, then let's no better way than to set a trap. Am I right? And he from like a bag, he just like starts dumping out like all of these horrific like snares and traps, and it's like, I mean, this one will do if you got something that's got more than 6 legs. This one will do if you just really want to get rid of your wife. This one will do if you got too many children and you just need to downsize your household. This one will do.
And as you're doing that, suddenly Rune loses control of the airship and she starts making evasive maneuvers, and everyone make reflex saves.
Oh, this is joy. So basically, as this happens, Gorbadal's armor like starts to like whir, and some gyros begin to spin, and basically some pythons like lock into the deck of the ship to give him a bonus, because he gets a bonus on all of his reflex saves because of his special things.
Okay.
So that's a reflex. No, it's not clumsy because he has a special thing. So that's a +3 bonus. Oops, no, that's off. Circumstance bonus +3. There we go. So it's +18. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So everyone handles the rough turbulence just fine as Rune tries to land the airship safely. And finally, as the airship comes to a safe stop on the ground, Rune gets out of to survey the damage and assure that everything is in working order. And as she does that, and as you guys look around, you guys have landed on on Peruma in the Quartica Islands, so you didn't even get like halfway to Atlantia. And as you're looking around, make me a perception check.
Regular.
Yeah, so
Secret.
Secret.
No, you should have said something earlier.
I'm sorry.
So, Gorbidild, you're the only one who sees this. You see a
If it's
tall...
invisible, I see it, by the way.
You see a tall, dark figure disappear behind a tree.
It's invisible. I see it.
I mean, it's just.
I mean, I know it's true. Just like.
Just saying. As I said, Adventure is specifically designed to give Seth an aneurysm.
So, this figure disappears behind a tree.
So Gorbadal is going to take a bomb, and he's going to blow up the tree.
God. Make a ranged attack check.
Yep. And I get a +2 because of the things I have for that. Everything is hard. Guess that would be. One second, I have to shift to, yeah, there we go. It's just gonna be a unarmed strike, but I'm modifying it to be You know
Draw
what?
a result
You know what?
from the critical fumble deck.
You know what? We're hero pointing that. I don't like that.
Of course not. I wouldn't like that either.
I'm not. We're not. Homie, don't play that way. It's gonna be the same.
Okay.
There we go. That should hit a tree.
Yeah, that should hit a tree. So that hits the tree. It blows up the tree. And there's nothing there behind it.
Count of blasted damn ghosts!
Ghosts will do that, says Ira. Koi says, fire bad.
Fire is basically progress, young little lady. Like, unless you like all your food to be really cold, you like to have actual medicine, you like to have anything that your mind can conceive of is born from the basic convention of fire.
Ira just takes Koi aside. Just takes her away because she doesn't want Koi to get into an argument with you.
Yeah. So basically, this tree is just exploded, like And what happened, like how he shot the boss, like in his armor, like in like the gauntlet, like this little tube just came out. He it just went gunk like a grenade launcher, and just blew it up right as we disembarked from the ship. No warning, no nothing. He just went boom.
So, after about 10, 15 minutes or so, Rune comes back to you and says, there's not much wrong, just one of the propellers seems to have fallen out.
Well, I can manufacture something up in that jiff. This is no problem at all. Let's get going here.
No, it's no problem. I can fix it quite easily. It's just really unusual because I checked all of these things before we ever took off. I always do a pre-flight check. So it's
Well, let me go ahead and double check your check. You know, the nose knows, if you know what I mean.
And he's gonna go like hobble
ahead.
like waddle over to the airship, and
Sure.
I'm going to roll lore engineering.
Sure.
Oh, you bitch.
So, as you're surveying the damage yourself, you could tell that this was solid. This was perfectly, totally solid. There is no reason that you can discern that this propeller should have fallen off.
See, when I was reading the field manual, nothing said about our damn ship having poltergeists. I'm sick and tired of all these damn geese on my goddamn airships.
And Koi, at this point, starts screaming as she is clutching her head, and Ira is trying to console her. And Koi starts saying over and over, "It's here! It's here! It's here! It's here!" And Ira asks her, "What's here? What is it?" Koi looks up at Ira and she says, "The hunter. The hunter is here."
Hunter, hey? Well, it's about time the hunter becomes the hunted.
And he basically takes out this tube of sorts. And I am going to start laying some traps. Also,
Okay.
I'd like to make a perception check around here. And
Sure.
keep in mind, if it is invisible, I can see him.
That wasn't secret.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I always forget. I will reroll.
Okay. So you're looking around. You've pulled down whatever gadget is, your special goggles or whatever, and you're looking around very carefully for whatever this thing is. You don't find anything.
So I'm going to be setting a whole bunch of explosive mines around because I can just have them because I am a gadget specialist.
Okay.
And I am going to let's just do that, and then I'm going to put an ablative shield plating on my shield, which will give me 10 extra hit points for the shield. Temporary hit points. And then I think is Cyber, you're on mute. Is everything okay?
I apparently was coughing like 7 or 8 minutes ago and forgot to unmute.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine, I just forgot. I've been here and I've been talking to myself.
Perfect.
it's always perfect when Cyber is talking to himself.
And then I'm also gonna set up some alarm snares.
I have a feeling that I'm going to step in something explosive at some point during this adventure.
Probably.
I mean,
What else is new, bro? I mean, for years you were being blown up by Crystal. Now you're being blown up by Fredbot.
listen, it's gonna be fine, okay? Everything's gonna be fine. But yeah, so I think now the thing to do is sit and wait.
Sit and wait, huh? It's
After
not
I
even
just
going to
trapped
take that
everyone.
long for Rune to fix the airship.
Oh sure, but
I mean, as long as we can pack up and leave again, we'll be fine.
Aye, but they see, boyo, you forget one thing here. That propeller over there didn't pop off by itself. Something popped that shit off. So that means if we're up there, something happens, he does a better job. That's a one trip. Well, that's a one-way trip to me reunite with old Uncle Bubbo. You know what I mean? I fucking hated that guy.
What happened to your uncle?
Maybe when we're better friends, I'll tell you the whole story. Oh, who am I kidding? We're good friends. Well, see, Bubbo, you like to play poker, right? Except, well, our family's version of poker is see who can hold the stick of dynamite long enough before we blink. I told you my papa, he got strung up for letting the church bells ring one too many times. So I mean, I don't exactly come from very bright people, is what I'm saying. Passionate people, but not bright people.
And somehow you ended up in the academy. What academy, by the way?
Yes.
Which academy?
Yes.
All of them. Okay.
The Yes Academy.
There's an academy in Olympus. There's one in Atlantia. There's one in the Cortic Islands. There's one in Highwind. There's one. Was one
I
in
think you'll
Albina.
find he said the academy he went to changes depending on how he's feeling and how drunk he is that day.
Oh gods.
So your uncle won the game of poker.
No. He lost. Yeah, one could say he blinked and then it, didn't have eyes anymore.
Okay.
Needless to say, our version of poker got kind of discontinued after a while. It was one too many injuries and having to pay for magical healing and whatnot, regrowing of limbs, and insurance premiums got out of control.
I can imagine.
So let's forget this Portuguese and let's go ahead and hunt ourselves a hunter.
And Kawhi says, but the kids.
What about them? What kids? I would say that an adoption is an option for you two, but I would say that you'd be hard pressed to have a biological child, if you know what I mean.
They're not talking about themselves. You already forgot why we got on an airship and left in the first place?
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention with the whole briefing thing. I kind of go into a little. It's a bit of a snorer's fest. Like it doesn't capture my attention. It doesn't register on things that are important. This, however, this seems important.
And as you're talking about all that, Rude says, I'm done with the repairs. We can go anytime.
Well, that's just lame. And he goes around and starts picking up his mines, just diffusing them, and then never get to have any damn fun.
Yeah, Rude says, yeah, we should probably go as soon as we can because the Kongor live on this island and we don't want to start an international incident.
Huh.
Yeah, that...
So I guess I should have dropped that deuce over the side of the ship earlier then, huh?
Oh.
No, probably not.
Next time I'll say bombs away. Give everybody a heads up, you know?
Brood, it turns to you, Rick, and asks, does he know anything about the Kongor?
I'm still trying to figure that man out.
Oh, my wee lassies, what was a right good sailor? Oh, blow it all down.
I was half expecting blow them all up.
That's a different type of bomb, different type of song. You know, there's a couple of, there's ones that knock you over, there's ones that poison you, there's ones that just get you real wet. Those are just real uncomfortable. If you don't want to kill a guy, you just want to make him have a bad day.
Gods. So, you pack back up into the airship and take off.
Or try to.
Try to. You eventually make it to Cascadia. And there you meet with Barbara Winfred at her home. Her husband's away at work.
No, they was making a Stephen King and Maine joke. Carry on.
God. Her husband's away at work. She takes you around the house. And the first room that you visit is the bedroom of her daughter, Clara. Age of 6. And she says Clara's at school at this time. The room is painted pink with a floral design and is cluttered with toys and dolls. You know, a normal child's bedroom. And she says that in here, my daughter has had experiences with her dolls moving on their own. It really freaks her out. Spiritual sense.
Yeah. Just as a heads up.
Okay.
You have extra things to roll while I'm just walking around, not paying attention. Though I suppose we're not exploring at present. But yeah, that's what I picked up for my level 8 exorcist archetype.
Okay.
I'm going to turn this into a private GM roll. Okay. So, you're looking about the child's bedroom, and Frederick, you can sense there's some kind of dark presence in this room. It feels really heavy just in this room. There's a real heaviness in the air.
Okay.
And the mother is also explaining that her daughter has also experienced something breathing in her ear. She doesn't know what it is, but it really freaks her out. And next, she takes you to the master bedroom, where you find the baby's crib where her son Tommy is currently napping. She explains that she sleeps on the right-hand side of the queen-size bed, and she describes
Makes
that
sense.
she describes that when that she's awakened by this dark figure, the tall man as she calls it, and it is first hovering over her, then walks around the bed and begins staring down at her son. It happens at in exactly the same way every night at exactly the same time, 3 a.m.
Every day or every once in a while?
Every day. And
Is there a specific?
go
Never
on.
mind. No, he wouldn't have asked that question.
Yeah. She says this figure started appearing after I had visited an old cemetery and a rundown bridge in town. The Cascadia Cemetery and the Death Bridge, as it's known around here, they're both said to be haunted.
And you chose to go there? Like, come on, lady.
I was mildly curious.
Yeah, and now you got a spook in your house. I mean, 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah. I realize now it might have been a bad idea.
All right,
Always
this
a bad
bridge,
idea.
we're blowing it up.
Let's not go that far that quickly.
Seems like a pretty good solution to me. Blow up the object of obsession from spirits. Spirits go away.
Spirits find a new place to live.
Or they just, fuck off.
Or they haunt your explosives expert for the rest of his life.
Sounds delightful. I need new test subjects. All right, ladies. So what time do all these little geese decide to come a knocking and pay a visit?
3 a.m. every night.
Any reason for that particular time, or they just got the munchies after having a good amount of blue?
Make an occultism check.
I can do that because I have pretty high occultism. Oh,
That's also supposed to be secret.
oh, well, you didn't say so.
You gotta say so, Seth.
Recall knowledge checks are always supposed to be secret.
That's dumb. I can't know the number. That takes all the joy out of things. There we go. Fine. There's the secret.
Do I also need to get a chance to roll?
Sure, go ahead.
Can
Now
I
that
roll Arcana as well?
This one is specifically for occultism.
Okay.
Bloopity
Okay.
bloop bloop bloop.
So, both of you kind of take a moment to think about about that specific time, and then you kind of suddenly look at each other and like, oh, because that specific time comes up time and time again in mythology.
Once a day, every day since the dawn of time.
It comes up in
Any other-
mythology constantly, as that is the hour, the so-called hour of the beast, or the hour of the dead.
Okay.
So there's a few things you can do before tonight, before you investigate this, whatever this thing is, or kind of stalk out this thing. I don't know what you want to do. There's a few things you can do here. You could do some research in town. There is a library in town. You can do some research to see if you can dig some things up. You could also visit these two places, the Cascadia Cemetery and the Death Bridge. And she could tell you a few things about these places, but you could do more research on these places at the library in town.
I think Gorbadeld is going to go to his archival roots and go to the library.
Okay.
I will ask around town.
Sounds perfect. So, both of you... Frederick, make me a society check.
Yes.
And Gorbadeld...
What kind of society check? Public?
Question.
Private?
Public. This one's public.
So that only I can see?
This one's public.
Okay. It's not very big.
You could hero point that if you want.
But
But this is the type of check that is fail forward. It just takes a little bit longer, that's all.
yeah, I'll do it.
You'll
You
spend a hero.
convinced me.
Okay.
It's worse.
So it's going to take a bit longer.
Seth, quick
Sure.
question. Since I am an archivist, literally an occult librarian, could my background give me a bonus?
You could actually use your lore skill to make this check for this research. This is actually a research kind of thing. So you could use your lore skill for this research.
Big money, big money.
32.
No whammies.
So 32, that gives you 2 research points. And, so, with your 2 research points, you've come upon a couple of interesting things. The first thing is there seems to be some weird urban legend surrounding the Cascadia Cemetery, that if you are in the cemetery after nightfall, You must kiss the feet of an angel statue in the middle of the cemetery, or you will be attacked by a dark entity when you try to leave. And Frederick, you ask
Yes?
around town, and you actually hear of a myth, and a very old folk tale, fairy tale, etc., of a dark entity called the Hunter, who takes the souls of misbehaving children.
Well, if he
I
was the
see
person who
nothing
was
wrong.
bothering me at the very beginning, I have no idea why, because I'm not a children.
Are you though?
I'm quite sure
I don't know.
at almost 50
You're-
years old.
Maybe you're the Guinness World Record for the largest man-child.
He's also an Ihana, so he's like
I know, that's why it was
9
funny,
foot
Seth.
tall. How tall are you? 9 feet?
9'4".
9'4". So, back to Gorbadeld. Go ahead and make me your research check again.
That kissing thing sounds just like a story of my second cousin Imelda.
Right, there it is. Okay. Big money. No whammies.
So
One whammy? One whammy.
This doesn't give you any research points. You're kind of hitting a brick wall here.
I was thinking too much about the story of my second cousin Imelda.
Yeah. And back to Frederick. So you've heard this old folk tale about this hunter entity. What are you doing now?
I'm being distracted by character options. I'm sorry. um I think I will head to the library to look into this folk tale further.
All right. So
Any chance it needs an athletics roll?
Nope.
Okay.
So back to Gorbadeld. Roll me your research check. As long as you don't critically fail, you can keep trying at this.
Do. That's better.
That is much better. You gain 2 research points, and you learn of a grim urban legend attached to this death bridge too. It is said that in olden times, when this bridge was in use by a train rail, bandits would rob this train as it would pass over the bridge at the time and would throw people off.
Huh.
So you have 4 research points. And Frederick, you come in and start helping too. Frederick, let's see, what kind of check could you make here?
I will lift all the books.
I'm sorry, that's not going to quite help.
All the books.
That's not going to quite help.
Okay.
Let's see here. You
I-
can make an occultism check.
Okay. I was gonna say, alternatively, I do have legal lore. I don't remember from where, but I have it.
That's your lore skill that you got from your background.
Sounds about right. One occultism check. It's a number.
It's a number. Yeah, you don't really find much. So, Gorbadeld, how about you make me your next research check?
Alrighty. Big money.
30. So, you gain 1 research point. So, you're at 5.
Bullshit.
And you also read something about this old folk tale about this dark entity called the Hunter, who would take the souls of misbehaving children. It's just an old folk tale that parents or grandparents would tell their kids to keep them in line, to scare them into behaving, that sort of thing. It's always been something that they always felt was kind of just harmless. Because they never really believed that such an entity actually existed.
Gorbadel doesn't think anything is wrong with this.
Okay.
Everybody loves a good Krampus myth.
I wouldn't say everybody.
Question: is there a birch branch and a copper pot involved in this myth?
A birch branch or a what was that?
A copper pot.
There is a copper pot involved in this myth.
It's Krampus! Gotta trap him in a copper pot.
Fortunately, I seem to have packed one of those before we left. No, never mind. I'd rather have that feat available if we actually need something.
So, you've done quite a bit of research. You've learned of some of these things that she told you about. You've learned that it's possible that the tall man, as she calls it, could be this hunter entity. You've learned some interesting things about the Cascadia Cemetery and the Death Bridge. So you can go explore those two areas, or you could go back to the house and start investigating there. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
To the bridge.
Question: would you allow me to craft something to detect, like, ghost material, ghost things?
Ghost material, ghost things.
Yes. Similar to an EM meter from Ghostbusters.
You know what? The energy detector that the goblins invented a while ago can already sort of do that.
Well, I'm gonna say that Gorbadel has his own version because he would. And it's actually built into his flask.
To his flask.
Yeah, it's built into his flask. It's very handy that way.
I mean, I don't like that this flask is so handy.
Wait, no, I have a better idea. It's built into what looks like it used to be a cigar case.
Of course.
I feel like the flask is more appropriate.
So yeah, cool. So let's go to this bridge. Also, it doesn't appear like anybody else is joining us.
Apparently not.
She's sad.
She said she might be late, but I'm assuming
Well.
that something happened that kept her.
Yep. Yup.
And I'm not sure what's going on with My Little Pony.
These things happen.
Yep. So, off to the bridge.
All right. Off to the bridge.
Ira suggests you could use the recorder device that the goblins invented to maybe record maybe a voice phenomenon.
Yes. I actually have a couple things that I can. They're called tiny spies. Gadgets.
So you could
Gadgets.
use those too.
Yeah.
So you head to the Death Bridge, and you find the bridge in a pretty rundown state. It looks like it's at least 100 years old. There are fences and gates that are there to block off both ends of the bridge, and it extends over this this ravine kind of area. It extends over this ravine kind of area, and doesn't look like the kind of thing you would want to walk over.
Am I the only one who thinks that there's a real dire lack of infrastructure investment in this damn town?
It's not something anyone's really wanted to look into or really try to repair. But because it's no longer even in use. It's not been in use in years.
That answers my question.
So the reason I can't blow it up is what now?
You know, I just ran out of reasons.
I mean, look, at a minimum, it gives them an opportunity to build a bridge that's not haunted.
I mean, they're already not using it, so I assume there's another bridge somewhere. Or they
Sounds
just...
like some controlled demolition is in order, then. I mean, after all, it's called the Death Bridge. Why do you want to have something in your town called the Death Bridge? Wouldn't you rather, like, not have that?
These are all questions you'll have to ask people in town. For now, you've come here to investigate, I would assume.
I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to a minor diplomacy debacle by blowing up infrastructure without asking.
I mean, I can also do. I have the ability to blow up my bombs, my traps remotely, and I have bomb traps. So I'm just saying, it's an option. So yeah, I'm gonna take out my little ghost detector doohickey and in one hand, and then pull a full ray from Ghostbusters with that in one hand, and then also the camera in the other, and then while also like basically putting little tiny spies everywhere.
All right. So, do you ask any questions or anything like that?
To the bridge?
To whatever is here.
Yes.
Ah,
What is
the
here,
bridge.
Seth? What is this this handy dandy
You're not. I'll tell you when you pick up anything. Okay.
I'll remind you that this is a thing.
Yes.
what does your spidey senses say?
Frederick, you get the same sort of heaviness in the air that you kind of picked up on back in the girls' bedroom.
Okay.
So we got a geist.
We've got a something.
Geist. Damn geists. So this thing, how old are what are the two girls with us?
Kawhi is 19 or 20, and Ira is about 19.
Quick, the two of you, were you all naughty as children?
Kawhi says, I don't think so. Was I?
Sounds like a naughty child to me.
And Iris says, when I was on the streets before Crystal found me, I stole some things to get by.
I don't know how to put this nicely, but you're the reason our ship crashed. And he goes to Cyber. He goes to Fred. Quick, were you a naughty child?
Not that I can remember. It's been a while, though.
Write a letter to your mother and ask.
I love how he's making
do that
assumptions
when we
about
get
all these
back.
things.
I would like to roll occultism in this area to kind of get a read on what's going on here. And it's unfortunate. Not doing well today.
But yeah, you're not really sure.
I also want to roll engineering to determine how best to blow up this bridge.
Oh, gods. So, you think it would be relatively easy because of how run down it is. It has many weak points that you could set charges at.
It's also important to know how safely, or if it's just teetering on the brink and any kind of thing's just gonna, like, make it topple over all over the place rather than just... Yeah.
So,
You know what I mean?
with that occultism roll, Seth, if I was to damage this bridge somehow, would the hunter come for me?
It might Ingrid. You're not sure. How about you ask that question? How about you ask some questions? You know, you've got a recorder here to record EVPs and stuff.
Well, that's what I was asking.
Okay.
I don't.
It's being asked.
Yeah.
It is being asked.
Question.
Okay. So, at that point, as you ask that question, Gorbadel, you suddenly detect a huge spike on your energy detector.
I got someone's britches in a twist. Looks like we're gonna have a fireworks show after all. Hey, good buddy.
Hang on. Someone's bridges in a twist?
That's my boy. You really found your way across on that one.
I am smirking quite strongly at that one.
Let's go ahead and forward our way to a solution.
I'm sorry, I'm out of bridge puns at this point.
Well, don't keep me in suspension.
Wow. Who knew this episode would lead to so many bridge puns?
Exactly. So Gorbadel is going to ask,
What's got your knickers in a twist here, Geist?
And Kawaii says, I think you made it angry.
Here. I have a response to tell you how much I care.
and then he's going to let like a really long fart noise with his mouth.
Wow.
Listen, this here land's for the living. You ain't got no place here, so I think you best be skedaddling on.
Wow, he's taking the aggressive approach. And Ira asks, is it wise to intimidate it?
I mean, you can always distract it away from the vulnerable and onto oneself. It's a tactic we use somewhat regularly in the Magi Guard. Though I'm not 100% sure how that translates to dealing with spirits.
Well, that's where you gotta have the good old noggin.
And so he's going to go rummaging around in his packs here, and he's going to find some traps that are all of my traps count as magical, by the way.
All right.
The things. Yeah, so like they'll work on ghosties. And he is going to start laying down where's that? Oh boy. Some grasping snares. Traps, which are basically they look like a clockwork version of the of the trap from Ghostbusters. And around those traps, he is going to place some striking snares.
All right.
And he's going to sit there and like, either way, I think it's best to fight this little spirit, this little ghost, because we're going to have to fight it. Let's be real here. If you want, we want to get this little this geist off this family's keister. We gotta really give him a whopping.
After you, my friend.
So, what I'm going to do here, so it's very clear that damaging the bridge is going to piss this thing off. I'm going to take out another gadget. This is called a clockwork spider bomb.
I don't like any of those words in combination with any of those other words.
And a clockwork spider bomb, I basically set it, and it goes in a straight line, and it crawls basically to a total of 25 feet. And, oh god.
Okay, so it isn't a bomb that explodes into a bunch of clockwork spiders.
Give me time, I'll make that.
Of course.
And so, what this does is it basically bursts into flames at the end of the 25 feet, dealing 5d6 fire damage. But yes. And you can also activate it a second time, causing it to explode again. Frederick, feel free to stop me at any point. I'm just saying.
Nope. We're not to that point yet.
Yet?
Not yet. I mean, they're not using the bridge for anything. It's obviously causing the municipality problems and difficulties.
So at this
simply
point,
by existing.
At this point, Ira suggests, why don't you listen back to the recording?
Well, that just seems boring.
Because you've been recording this whole time, and you haven't actually listened back on it to see if you picked up anything.
All right, I'll go ahead and
is that how this works? It doesn't just play back
okay.
the recording live as it happens?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and press play on the recording.
So, you listen back through, and as you were at the point where you are talking about setting up the bombs, at that point, you hear a raspy voice say, "Let them fly."
Let them fly?
It's egging you on. It wants you to start something. I think.
So he's going to take says like So in all of my research I never learned anything about the Death Bridge in total.
You learned that there was an urban legend attached to this bridge. It was said that in olden times, when this bridge was in use by a train rail, bandits would rob the train as it would pass over the bridge at the time and throw people off.
Okay, so let them fly. So their ghosts are here. How does this really mean that they're bad, though? What do you think, Cyber?
It sounds like a logical conclusion. Perhaps, however, we should continue listening.
Oh, there's more to listen to?
I mean, you did ask it a couple of questions.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. At the point where you I believe you asked it what does it want.
Yeah.
At that point, you hear a raspy voice say, "Souls."
Well, you're shit out of luck on that one, boyo.
Okay,
Let me
so...
guess. You sold yours a long time ago.
Fuck no. That's just priceless.
And he's going to go ahead and say,
Who's flying?
and listen to the response.
Okay, so at that point it says, "You are."
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not that prototype's not done yet.
At that point, we're going to take a small break, a small bathroom break for about 5 minutes. Is that good?
I say we... That's good.
Sounds good.
Cyber, I say we blow it. Let's just do it.
I mean, I don't feel sufficiently motivated to stop you, so why not?
We'll be back in 5 minutes to see the fireworks.
I say we attach lines to like weights, so in case it's a literal, he's gonna make us fly. And blow that shit.
Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Bathroom break.
I will return as well.
Hopefully the audio still works. Say something.
Something. Something else.
Well, we got some technical difficulties. It looks like Sirenscape has stopped working on us. I don't know what's going on with my audio settings on here lately. We're going to just press on without it for now.
Computer is haunted.
Yeah, the hunter. The hunter is haunting it. Yeah, we're just going to push on without it for now. That's not working. So, no Sirenscape now.
That's okay. Anyways, so I say we attach lifelines to whatever trees or whatever we have around us, right?
We could attach them to the bridge. Oh, wait. No, that's a bad idea.
And then we blow the bridge.
And sink with the ship, like any good captain.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, looks like I got it back.
And then we meet Gorbadel's brother.
It looks
Uncle.
like we got it back.
No, Gorbadel dies, and so I make another one. It's the exact same character.
Oh. I figure we meet Gorbadel's uncle, and then...
That's true. So I figure that what we're gonna have to do here.
Do you hear the audio?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Yeah, good. I got it back.
What broke?
I don't know. I think possibly Sirenscape may have crashed, and I just had to restart it.
What did I tell you? Unplug it and plug it back in. That's why they pay me the big money.
Hmm.
You do pay me, right?
I'm not sure. I don't recall paying you.
So
We're gonna have to talk about my salary after today's session.
So here, okay. So did it answer? Did it answer who is flying?
Yeah,
I believe it did, and it said
you.
us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it didn't say us literally, but it indicated that you and myself.
oh, okay. Hmm.
And possibly also the two lovebirds.
Yeah, we're gonna blow it. Let's go.
Koi says, "What's a lovebird?" Iris says,
So,
"He's referring to us."
so I think what we're gonna do here is we're going to attach lifelines to like anything that is good sturdy, looking like it's not gonna uproot itself too easily. And I'm gonna set that little spider bot, and I'm gonna set it on its merry way to the bridge.
Okay. As you're doing that, Koi says, when did we get to go kiss the feet of the angel?" And Ira looks at her and she says, "Is there something I should know about?"
That's right. We have to kiss the feet of the angel when we leave here.
That's
That
at
is
the
for that
cemetery. That's at the cemetery, not the bridge.
Oh right, yeah.
Well, that would be after the destruction of the haunted bridge.
Yes.
So it can be the haunted pile of wood at the bottom of a ravine.
Yes, exactly. And then no one gets the idea of like, hey, let's go look at the death bridge, because there's not going to be a death bridge anymore.
Alright, Seth. Set us the scene. It's a little creepy crawly robot, clockwork robot spider thing walking down a bridge while a giant and a human are tied to a tree a short distance away.
And the two girls are probably up further away.
They have the sense to not be actually involved in this project.
Yeah.
I'm
Koi doesn't like fire, so...
And Gormadel gives zero shits about that, and he is recording this whole thing for posterity. He has like a shit-eating grin on his face, and he lights up a cigar, and puts the cigar in his mouth. It's always a good day to we blow something.
I would like to note that this is being recorded on a piece of equipment that may or may not be sensitive to paranormal activity.
Yes.
So, you set off the little spider bot.
Twice.
Twice. Oh boy. So you set off the little spider bots. And it starts crawling its way up towards the bridge. And a moment later, boom. It erupts in flames and a blast wave shoots forth. And the bridge begins to collapse. And as you listen back to the recording...
Because of course, Dr. Fank wants to see it a second time.
Yeah.
As you listen back...
He rewinds it real fast. He rewinds, plays, rewinds, plays.
As you listen back, after the explosion, about 10 seconds after the explosion, you hear the words, "You will die."
Well, that's a tall order. I'm a pretty tough cookie, ghost.
Listen, shit stain. If I haven't been a smear on my loud wall yet, you ain't gonna do shit to me.
Ira and Koi come up the path, and as you say this, and Ira says, "Do you have to intimidate the ghosts?"
Yeah, they're dead. What are they gonna do?
Plenty of things. We've experienced plenty.
Yeah, well, clearly you didn't intimidate him well enough. Otherwise, see, the point of when you have ghosts, the mission is get rid of the ghosts.
And this is why the ghost hunter archetype is perfect for him.
And then when you can't get rid of the ghost, you instead just make yourself the center or focal point of the ghost. And then you've solved the peripheral problem by making it personal.
See, Frederick, you and I were gonna get along great. Now, look at that old bridge burn. It's beauty.
Koi's kind of hiding behind Ira, saying quietly, "Fire bad."
Well, in this case, fire has just solved a problem for this entire township. Ain't nobody gonna go near the death bridge now, because there ain't no death bridge. Problem.
And Iris says, "I wonder if there was any other reason why it was called the Death Bridge."
Probably something cross the death bridge and then you will die. Totally glossing over the fact that people all die eventually. Anyway. If I had to make a guess.
You could do more research, find out.
I mean,
Why do you have to be so sensible, Ira?
I don't know. We were told that we did all the research we could have done, so I just assumed that the library was a bust. Well, something about some bandits. They're throwing people off the bridge, and when they're robbing shit, and those people died. So I mean, people died being thrown off the bridge from a train. Death Bridge seems pretty logical to me about why it came to have its name.
Anyways, should we head back to the mother?
I think instead we should probably move on to the other peripherally related haunted site.
The cemetery.
Oh. You want me to blow up the cemetery? Is that what you're telling
No,
me?
I want you to not blow up the cemetery. That is going too far.
You know, I thought we were friends, Frederick.
A friend has to know where to draw the line.
He is right.
And blowing up a town's cemetery, I'm pretty sure, is on the other side of that line.
Listen, cremation is a far more effective way to to dispose of dead bodies. Plus, you deal with your whole ghost problem because there's no corporeal remains from them remain attached to. So cremation, salt the bones, burn them, boom, no more ghosts.
You know, every culture has
not
their
how
own
ghosts
beliefs.
And you know what those beliefs spawn? Ghosts. They ain't got an anchor, they can't stay here, they gotta move it on up. Or down. Or sideways. Or in a circle.
Or in a
Your
square.
afterlife may vary.
Oh, that got me.
Wow.
I died.
So, you head off to the cemetery. Now, the cemetery, you may recall, you've heard of kind of an unusual urban legend about this cemetery. That if you're in the cemetery after nightfall, and at this
Takes
point,
a glance at the sun.
at this point, night hasn't fallen just yet. You're getting close, though, because it's autumn, you know. So it's getting close to dusk. And it's the time is about 5:45, thereabouts. And you believe dusk, sunset happens at about sometime after 6. So, and you've heard that if you're in the cemetery after nightfall, that you must kiss the feet of this angel statue that sits in the middle of the cemetery, or you will be attacked by a dark entity when you try to leave.
What I'm hearing is that we need to not kiss the feet of this angel and kill this dark entity.
I mean, I'm all for drawing it out into combat. It's what I do best.
So, from my perspective, how does it determine where the line is for you to be able to leave? See, if you alter the line of what is the cemetery, does it know? See what I mean?
I mean, it's a pretty well-established line. That it's called a fence.
Or you could alter it. But I digress. Anyways. Angel. Center of cemetery. And we're just told that we're all gonna die because we blew up the death bridge. Yeah.
Not the death bridge.
Bunch of namby cases. Don't even have the decency to threaten me to my face. You have to hear out a little who's it, what's it.
Definitely a what?
Yeller! You old yeller!
So you're now at the cemetery.
I'm gonna look around for this angel statue.
This angel statue is pretty easy to find because it is you didn't even need to roll because it is like 7-8 feet tall. It easily towers over everything else, so it is very easy to find it.
I'd like to point out I tower over it at 9 feet 4 inches tall.
Yes, you do.
Here's a question. If so the design of the cemetery as you're walking through it, I would like to roll occultism.
Sure.
To see if it's a specific design, like in terms of a mandala type of thing, to keep anything in here. Ah, got him. Going like garbage today.
25. So that was again supposed to be in secret because I was recall knowledge.
Try again.
Okay.
Eventually, they will remember.
I just personally, I think that's just the dumbest thing that they added with second edition. Because you're telling me I can't know my dice rolls. I don't like that.
Well, it is the rule. So, what are you trying? What are you trying to recall knowledge about specifically?
I am trying to see with the layout of this cemetery if it's in a mandala or some type of warding, like sacred geometry.
What's a mandala?
Oh, so depending on which, are you aware what sacred geometry is?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's something similar to that.
So, that would be kind of obscure knowledge. But luckily you rolled kind of high. And you believe, just looking at the layout of this cemetery, you believe that there is some sort of sacred geometry effect in play here, specifically with the position of the angel statue.
Okay. I'm gonna do detect magic on the angel statue.
Perfect. That sounds great.
And I'm gonna do a I guess do a perception check for the angel statue.
Sure.
And I guess do a little run the little EM meter over it.
Alrighty.
That was supposed to be was that blind? I don't know if that was blind or not. It's perception.
So, and of course I'm going to have to remember Frederick.
I was just looking at that, and then I'm like, my spiritual sense is just going to be going off because it's a cemetery.
So, as you make it up to the angel statue, Frederick, you specifically, you don't sense that sort of heaviness in the air that you were sensing before at the bridge or in the child's room. You don't sense that kind of heaviness here. In fact, there's actually a kind of lightness in the air. And Gorbedeld, your detect magic, you do, and your energy detector device actually, you do detect some kind of energy about this statue. You're not sure entirely if it's magic or Mystia, but there is some kind of energy about it.
Okay.
And Frederick, you pick up on that energy too.
Should we do an experiment, friend?
I kiss the statue's foot and you don't, and we see what happens?
That's actually what I was thinking, except I was gonna kiss it, and you don't.
Get out of each other's heads?
Get out of my head, it's a scary place in there.
Iris says, you're telling me.
Well, then stay out of it.
I don't
Yeah, you
want
weren't
to be
invited. Only my friend Frederick was invited.
I wouldn't wouldn't want to be in there anyways.
So I think we should do rock paper scissors on who does it, who kisses the statue.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So I think we should do this, Frederick. Let's roll a d20. Whoever gets higher wins.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Flat d20. Let's go. Roll, damn it.
As we're about 6 minutes till 6.
I
think I won.
Yeah, but that was Matt DeMayo's role.
Oh,
and not... Okay. All right. So I accept the haunting.
I mean, I already got a haunting myself, so I think it's only fair.
Yeah. You blew up the bridge and you're haunted, and then I get the haunt from not playing the game in the cemetery.
So, Ira at this point it borrows one of Gorbadel's recorders, and she asks, "Are you friend or are you foe?"
What was this?
Ira asks the question, "Are you friend or are you foe?" And as she borrows one of Gorbadel's recorders, and she, after about a minute, she plays back the recording, and you hear a different voice that says, "Protector."
Protect from what?
Okay, you play that back after about...
If I had to guess, it would be the bridge.
After about 30 seconds, and you hear a voice that says, "Darkness."
What's your relationship with the bridge that is no longer with us?
Wow.
A voice
Maybe
replies...
it didn't know yet.
A voice replies... A voice replies... None.
Well, good enough for me.
So Iris says, I think whatever this is here has nothing to do with that. And Kwoi says, it actually feels nice.
Well, here's a better idea. Let's all kiss the feet. We'll go ahead and we'll sleep here tonight, and let's have this guy and then the other guy duke it out.
I mean, if that gets me out of being cursed, I'll take it.
My man. So yeah, Gorbadel pops a squat and pulls out like a little camping stove and puts a can of beans on the camping stove, and it's like, there we go. Yeah. Good stuff.
At that point, your a little energy detector device starts pinging some kind of energy, and
God damn it, interrupting a man's dinner.
And suddenly, the sky, there were clouds there before, but now the clouds seem to be darkening, as though some kind of storm is brewing. And
well, get your rain gear out. And
you hear, you see a flash of lightning over this overhead, and hear this boom of thunder. And at all this time, the recorders were still going. Ira plays back the recording. And it says, beware, it's coming. And that is where I'm going to end today's today's session. We will be
what's
back.
coming?
We will be back for the second part of the season finale in 2 weeks on the 17th. So join us then for the conclusion of this season.
Unless we make a mistake.
Well, either
and
way,
don't finish it.
Either way, the season's ending in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, Seth, was it a good idea to blow up the bridge or a bad one?
We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
I mean, either way, I think it was.
Catch us next time in 2 weeks for the season finale.